All right, here we are again. This is our second little film that we're going to be watching. It is called A Trip to the Moon, which was made in 1902. So we're jumping ahead 6 or 7 years from Arrival of a Train till now, and you'll be able to see the evolution already starting to take place when it comes to what people are doing with cinema. So this film was directed by Georges Méliès, probably butchering his name, French guy. There's actually a movie that's kind of based on him and his process called Hugo. So if you want to check out a modern film, I think it was made, maybe 2012, 2014, something like that, called Hugo. That film, one of the subjects in that film is Georges Méliès, and you'll kind of see some of the references there. This film is actually a trick film in that it combines a bunch of special effects, right? So this film is very fantastical, very imaginative. It is not a traditional story. It's very kind of precursor to even like sci-fi, right? They use a lot of fantastic stories, elaborate sets, elaborate costumes, and elaborate special effects. Some of the special effects that you're going to see are like dissolving from one shot to another. You'll see some trick stuff where a little poof of smoke will come and somebody will disappear that was there, stuff like that. So you're going to see some interesting filmmaking that they had already figured out how to do way back when in 1902. It's still a pretty standard single shot kind of process where you're not going to see a bunch of different shot sizes where we get close-ups and medium shots and 2 people in a shot, then a lot of people in a shot. It's all like from one static camera angle kind of pointed at what would be kind of like a stage, almost like if you're watching a theater production. And much of the process that they use still, they were borrowing from the theater. These were theater actors and theater directors kind of using this new medium and trying to find a different way to get to their audiences, but they haven't really figured out kind of cinema grammar when you're talking about, like, again, cutting from wide shots to close-ups and cutting things together and things like that. It doesn't take too long before that starts to happen, but this isn't a film where you're going to see that. Again, very static camera shots with very wide shots from what we call the proscenium view. Okay, so take a peek at this one. It's a pretty interesting film. It's a lot of fun, very imaginative film. And another area where they took influence from this, again, I talked about the film Hugo, but also if you go look at, there's a Smashing Pumpkins, which is a 90s grunge band, Smashing Pumpkins. I think their music video for 1979, could be today or it could be 1979. They totally do kind of pay homage to A Trip to the Moon. If you just look up Smashing Pumpkins, A Trip to the Moon music video, you'll totally see the influence and the homage that they're paying to that filmmaking. All right, so take a peek at all that. Hopefully you enjoy the film. This is a pretty cool one, and we'll check back in.